I now recognize, under Rule Committee 9, we'll now question Secretary Chavez-DeRemer under the 5-minute rule, and I will attempt to keep a little bit more closely that 5 minutes of questioning today. Don't force me to do too much in latitude on that, though there will be some flexibility. We want to make sure that all members, including those sitting at the end of the dais, have an opportunity to ask questions as well in a reasonable time period. I now recognize myself for 5 minutes of questioning. Madam Secretary, association health plans, AHPs, are a type of group plan that allow multiple employers to band together to purchase health coverage in a reasonable fashion, very much taken after unions' opportunity because of the size and numbers. In 2018, the first Trump administration published a rule expanding AHPs that produced significant savings on health care coverage for covered employers. In April 2024, the Biden-Harris administration rescinded the 2019 Trump rule without any alternative. So can you discuss the advantages of allowing small businesses to band together to offer coverage through AHPs?
Yeah, thank you so much for the question, Chairman. It is one of the things that I hear often about the cost of health care. President Trump has been addressing that by lowering the cost of prescription drugs. But as we band together, and as you mentioned, somewhat of the coalition of businesses getting together in order to be able to purchase health care plans for their employees, I think is key to lowering those costs. And I know that my office is working with you on this piece of legislation for technical assistance. It's one of the honors, really, of the Department of Labor and other agencies that we can do with all congressmen and women. If they're working on legislation with their colleagues, that I can be useful with my department heads to give you that technical assistance. But we need to lower premiums and out-of-pocket costs for our employees, expanding affordable care for the American worker.
We appreciate that because, frankly, in the end, it provides better coverage as well.
That's right.
And we want that for our employees and the benefit to employers to offer those special benefits. Last year, the committee learned that the Employees Benefits Security Administration, EBSA, shared secret information obtained during investigations with plaintiffs' attorneys. What steps has and will DOL take to understand the extent of aid that career staff have given and are giving to plaintiffs' attorneys, and the extent of confidential information that has been shared and is being shared?
Well, as you know, Chairman, any sort of leak that comes out of any agency or the Department of Labor is concerning when there's allegations that that confidential information would be leaked under the Biden administration. Under my leadership, this is unacceptable, and I would not tolerate it from anybody to leak that information of privacy. I am aware that your committee has asked the Department of the Inspector General to investigate this, and I cannot comment on an investigation if there is one happening, and that would be true for anybody who is asking that question. But again, I will cooperate fully with the Inspector General's office to determine the best outcome in the review under the Biden administration's enforcement programs to make sure that we are addressing any possible leaks that would come out of the Department of Labor.
Thank you. Human trafficking is an issue that remains one of the greatest challenges of our time. Roughly 1 in 6 endangered runaways reported to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children is likely a victim of child sex trafficking. These are horrid crimes committed by those who prey on innocent and vulnerable victims. During the last Congress, I sponsored the Enhancing Detection of Human Trafficking Act. This legislation offers a viable avenue to equip Department of Labor personnel with the necessary tools and information to understand and ascertain where that sexual exploitation, human trafficking has taken place. Can I get your commitment to review the bill as it's reintroduced to ensure it takes the most effective steps for the Department of Labor to take part in the fight against human trafficking?
Absolutely, Chairman. We in Congress and anybody in the United States should never tolerate any child trafficking, any human trafficking, any child labor violations. And it is my commitment to you that I will work with your office and all offices to combat that at all costs. We will double down if knowingly we know someone is breaking the law and have our inspectors address this always,
Appreciate that.
of course.
What are your views, Madam Secretary, on opening avenues and increasing accessibility to pursue short-term educational skills training opportunities?
This is where you'll see my smile, because I can tell you, as I'm on the road and understanding the need for workforce demands as we move through skilling and reskilling or upskilling our workforce, that we have to address at all costs, that not all are going to receive a 4-year degree, that we have to offer that in our local communities and work with our community colleges and our technical schools so that we have access to those degrees so that our workforce is ready to go on day one. This is a question that I get asked often on the road, and I will work with the Department of Labor for the accessibility and flexibility of the modernization of the current workforce that we are seeing today.
Thank you. Thank you. My time has expired.